This is that time again. Welcome. In a few minutes, we're going to have TAxfit a la carte, where we sit down with amazing individual and someone get their electricity bill paid by TAxfit. You do not want to miss that. Go right now, like the page, TAxfit LLC on Facebook. Hello, this is that time again. Welcome. In a few minutes, we're going to have TAxfit a la carte, where we sit down with amazing individual and someone get their electricity bill paid by TAxfit. You do not want to miss that. Go right now, like the page, TAxfit LLC on Facebook. this is that time again. Welcome. In a few minutes, we're going to have TAxfit a la carte, where we sit down with amazing individual and someone get their electricity bill paid by TAxfit. You do not want to miss that. Go right now, like the page, TAxfit LLC on Facebook. Hello, this is that time again. Welcome. In a few minutes, we're going to have TAxfit a la carte, where we sit down with amazing individual and someone get their electricity bill paid by TAxfit. You do not want to miss that. Go right now, like the page, TAxfit LLC on Facebook. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to TAxfit a la carte. Today we have a very special guest, Mr. Valerius. Did I say that?
Valerie? Valerie Marius?
Valerie Marius. Yeah. How did you pronounce that well?
You can put it like Valerius, like a Roman or something. I'll take that.
Well, before I start, I wanted to take the time and to apologize to my clients because at the beginning of the season, I lost 2 days. The system was down.
Okay.
And I was booked for the next 3 months, every 30 minutes.
Okay.
So since then, I was not able to get back to everybody. I still have like 90 clients waiting for me to put them back in the system. So I'm working around the clock. Please, 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 please bear with me. I will get to you. Okay?
Right.
So why we started TAxfit a la carte is because in Haiti, I remember that people will get together from different career and they will have conversation, and that's why we will learn from each other.
Okay.
But here in the state, people don't have time. They're always rushing, and I feel like I wanted to give something back to the community. And since social media is the big thing now,
Yeah.
so why not have amazing individual like yourself at our table, and then we can learn a little bit from you.
Yeah.
So
From each other, definitely.
because knowledge is power, and what you have, what you know, nobody can take it away from you.
So, for sure.
So that's how we came up with TAxfit a la carte.
Okay. All right.
Before that, we start having you share with them valmas cremas. By the way, this is so amazing. I am so impressed, and it tastes amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I
I'm glad
love
you
it.
like
I love it. My favorite is almond.
Okay.
And guys, you're gonna have a chance to win a few bottles of Valmas today. 4 people are gonna have a chance to win Valmas cremas. So I want to remind them how they're going to win. Someone gonna win the electricity bill today.
Okay.
So you need to like the live, share the live, like the page, share the page, and at the end of the show, we're going to choose one number, and that number going to be matched with a comment, and that person will have 24 hours to inbox us the light bill with the last 4 of their social security and the phone number associated with the light bill so we can pay it.
Okay.
Anywhere in the United States. You don't have to be in Florida. We have been doing it for over a year now, and we pay 2 people electricity bill every month.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So, welcome, Valerie. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me, Cal. Thank you.
So, who is, in a few words, who is Valerie Marius?
Well, Valerie Marius is a son of Rusty Marius and son of that's my father, and Grace Marius. Those are my parents. One of 4 brothers. I'm the last one.
Oh, boy.
4 of us. My father parted away about 3 to 4 years ago, passed away. And my mom's still there, actually enjoying vacation in Florida here with my grandma, her mom.
Nice.
I went to school I'm from down south, Okai. That's where I'm from. My mom from Poapimo here. So we're all southern people here.
I'm a big fan of Poscao.
Oh, okay, cool. That's right. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
That restaurant is still there?
Yeah, I last time I went, I believe it was, but I haven't been down south for a while now. It's been good 5 years or so. So I'm not sure what's going on there now. But, went to Port-au-Prince, of course. We live in Port-au-Prince after a while, and then went to Anglade, St. Louis and Anglade, graduated. And then we moved here back in 1981 in Boston. So grew up in Boston, of course. And then, migrated to Florida. You can't beat that. When I was in college, I was coming for spring break. This is paradise. As soon as I could get out, I got out. I came here.
That's funny.
So to sum it up, that's me, basically. That's, that's where I've been and where I'm at now is in, of course, Florida. And I love every minute of it, especially this time of the year.
So what is valmas cremas? Well,
valmas cremas is a recipe that's been in the family for cremas. We make cremas. My grandmother makes cremas, which is she just turned 103 the other day. Wow. Still going, still kicking very well. That was her recipe that my father, she taught my father how to do it, which is her beau-fils, son-in-law. And about 25 plus years ago, my father taught me how to do it. So I took that recipe and I turn it around, do different things to it. And they had different concept, different alcohol they used, and I made my own adjustment to it. And then when I looked around every year when I'm looking to buy cremas, nobody has cremas anywhere. And in a liquor store, why not? We're over how many million Haitians are in the U.S. And then I said, well, I'm going to undertake this to make sure it's out there. So about 4 years ago, I did all necessary tests with the lab and everything else to test the product to make sure the longevity is there, the alcohol percentage is going to be there. It's not going to be hardening, things like that. And then, met all the criteria for the TTB, which is the IRS that controls the thing for alcohol, and came to the market, started pushing it. So people, I've been doing cremas a long time before that. People always come around me on this time of year to ask for the cremas, so I always did it for them before that. But why not get it out there for everybody can enjoy it?
By the way, I love the presentation. It's very beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Business like that. So, did you have to patent the recipe?
Well, the recipes cannot be patented. All you can do is change one minor thing, and it's no longer yours. Wow. So that's why they don't patent any recipe. That's why Coke and those guys keep their things locked in, so you cannot find out what it is. Because once somebody knows it exactly, remember classic Coke and stuff when this thing came out? That was big thing. So they keep their secrets, so they're on. So yours is unique the way it is.
That's interesting. So if they want to launch it in another country, what do they just send the liquor? Like they don't give you the recipe?
No, they just put it together. They give you certain things, and then they put the rest together. And please, usually when you have to deal with those big companies, they have you sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of things that are tasting like Coke, but genuinely not.
Yes,
Coke.
exactly. It's not it.
It's not the real thing. Yeah.
Well, before we have a bunch of questions for you. I've always been I'm sure there's some people that wants to maybe launch a product of their own, so they are interested to know about your journey.
Okay. How
did you go from the recipe and
concept
so they can learn
design?
From you?
Yeah. No problem.
Before we do that, we always share a positive segment because we believe in positivity here.
Okay.
And so that's what we have for you today. We want to share this with you. Listen.
It's not possible. This is impossible. This is impossible. You can't be serious.
It's gonna be impossible.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
It's necessary to know that everybody won't see it, that everybody won't join you, that everybody won't have the vision. It's necessary to know that a lot of people like to complain, but they don't want to do anything about their situation, that you are an uncommon breed. You have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
If you want to be the best at that, if you want to reach the pinnacle of that, you must be. There's no way around it. You have to be obsessed with obtaining that. Greatness in any field, greatness cannot be achieved without obsession. People will tell you obsession is a bad thing.
It's possible for you to live your dream. It's necessary that you associate with winners, that you work your system, that you are relentless, that you never give up. It's you. You've got to take personal responsibility to make it happen. See, sometimes we can't say, I can do that. But what we can say, that it's possible that I can have my dream.
Somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life.
It's not possible.
To live your dream is important to associate yourself with winners. So how that segment speak to you?
Well, I really believe in that statement. You always surround yourself with positive people. There's a lot of naysayers out there. You hear it, you move on. Surround yourself, and that's what she definitely with positive, because you're only gonna see going up that way, as far as I'm concerned. Uh, I myself, as a person, when somebody started being miserable and negative and things of that nature, I hear what they say, and empathize and move on. You can't stay at that same level. You have to look forward to something else.
Yeah,
to make it better.
negativity is contagious.
Oh yeah, it is.
So is positivity.
So it's positive. Yeah, definitely.
I totally agree that you need to have around you people that's going in the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
I always take that example. I remember when I was in Neto in baccalaureate.
Mm-hmm.
So if you stay with the student that don't like to study, they're always gonna say, okay, we can study tomorrow,
Yep.
or we're done for the day. But if you stay with the student that like to study, somebody gonna always say, okay, one more chapter, okay,
Yep.
this, and then without knowing it, you're moving further, and then you're reaching your goals.
You
So
cover
that is
everything.
very important.
Yeah, definitely.
And positivity can change your life every minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's why my business partner and I, we listen to something positive every morning.
Okay, yeah. That's a good
Because
thing.
sometimes I feel that the day is dark, and then they say one sentence, and I'm like, chit.
Yeah. Let's grab that and run with it.
Exactly.
Because it always looks gloomy sometimes out there when, you gotta go out there and face the world. Yeah.
Then positivity.
Definitely. Yep.
Anyway, so let's go back to valmas cremas.
Okay.
For the people that watching, how hard it was for you to say, okay, I want to do this full time. I want to go back after my dream and grab it, because that's not an easy decision.
No,
It's scary.
it is. Anything that's worth it is going to be risky. If you don't take any risk, you stay at the same level, or you go back. The things the rewards are higher when the risk is greater, always. So about 4 years ago, when I started, I said, well, let me just start. I still have a job, a stable job that I've had for a long time. And that job, I've it inside out. It's not an issue at all. I was working for Nissan for 20 plus years. So, but I started doing this, and every afternoon after 5, when I get off work, sometimes after 6, push my business more. Go out and set up accounts and liquor stores, restaurants, things like that. Try to make an appointment late or sometime during lunch to go meet them, because a lot of times those guys don't stay after work. So I sacrificed a lot of different times, my lunchtime, everything else, to go meet those owners of those restaurants and liquor stores to set up the account. So about 3.5 years into it, I said, you know what? In order for this to go, I'm going to reach a certain point that I put for myself. I'm going to try to reach 50 accounts. After that, I'm going to go on full time on this thing, which is what I did. So at the beginning of last January, I said, well, by November, I should be able to reach that, which I did. I reached a little bit more than that by November 20th, and I basically gave my 2 weeks notice at my job in terms of sayonara.
And you are doing all this while having a family.
Yeah, family, the kids, and everything else still going. Yep. That you can't stop. That's part of me.
You know what I think? Did you think it was important to put your family on board? I think that a lot of people that starting their business and that need to give it all, they do not involve their family. It's important, even if you have a child, to sit them down and say, listen, we're going to make a sacrifice. I'm going to be really involved in trying to reach my dream. And they understand.
Oh, yeah. They do understand.
You did that.
And they support you.
Yes.
And they promote you themselves. They're proud of you. They cannot stop talking about what their dad does. Both of my girls, my son is older.
How many children do you have?
Yeah, 3.
3?
1 son and two young girls.
Amazing.
The both girls are in college. My son graduated 4 or 5 years ago from FSU. They're all FSU.
Okay.
Alumni. So, and the girls support me a lot. They're always talking about, I used to bring virgin cremas at their thing. Yeah. At school. Or they used to do Caribbean things, different things at school. And they would ask me to make cremas for them. So, of course, for school, there's no alcohol in. So I used to make it for them. And they used to drink those things alive over there. The almond and the coconut, they just make it no alcohol because it's kids, high school.
Well, that reminds me, I want to remind everyone, you are going to have the possibility to win some valmas cremas today, but you need to be, what is the age, 21?
21, yep. In the U.S., it's definitely 21.
Yeah, because in Haiti, us, we grew up from Haiti.
Yeah.
It's like drinking ages.
Definitely. Yeah.
Whatever, when you get baptized.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Put a little wine in your mouth in confession and when the communion, the wine also.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But you definitely need to be 21 to win the cremas today, and you need to be able to come to pick it up at TAxfit. We are located in Myanmar. So, I wanted to ask you. So, what would you say makes your cremas different?
Well, the cremas recipes, it's not a secret for to make cremas. You have the coconut, of course. The people use different ways of achieving the same goal. Some people go to the way of cutting the coconut, gragel, grate it, put in a juicer, get the juice. Some people go to the hard from start to finish that way. Some people shortcut it. Some people use condensed milk, put milk, different cream, coconut cream. They have the cream and they have the milk. They make a mixture of both of them. Put the condensed milk. So the nutmeg, the cinnamon they add, the little peel of lemon to harden. Or that's what lemon for, to give it a little zest, which hardens the liquid.
Okay,
that's what it's for, basically. So they have different ways of doing it, but I can't reveal the way I do mine, of course.
No problem.
But the way I could just say that the way cremas is done traditionally will have a certain taste, as you know. We are aware of that taste, how it tastes like. Yeah. But you notice that mine tastes different. It's slightly different than the regular one because I want it to be open to more mixes. Because other people have other tastes, different tastes. They want to do cocktails with it. Before, people not know you could do cocktail cremas, but with valmas cremas you can do different cocktails with it.
What do you mean cocktails?
Different martinis.
Oh wow!
You can do with it because the way I made it is somewhat less of a cinnamon or nutmeg, so that you can enlarge that to many different other things.
Wow!
You can do a peach cocktail. You can do a martini with this. We have different a list of cocktails we have on my website. You can do with it, and it's going to expand to every single flavored cremas. You're gonna have the almond, and have the almond cocktail after that. Then the pineapple is gonna have it's on a cocktail, the coffee, the chocolate, the different flavors that I have.
Actually, there's one of the things that grabbed my attention when I was introduced to valmas cremas. You have so many flavors.
Yeah.
Because everybody just think cremas is coconut and that's it.
And zaman, yeah.
But you have how many flavors you have?
Well, there are about 22 flavors.
Oh, wow.
I will expand and remove as I see the market response to them. We're in the U.S. We have a lot of palates are very complex. You may like almond, you may like pineapple, you may like lime. Why not have a cremas that's lime? Because it's that. So you have different flavors people are attracted to. Some people like mint. I got somebody that swells on peppermint.
What?
Ginger, of course. Ginger is always good for everything.
Asian love ginger.
Yeah, but ginger can have a tamarind cremas. This is all Caribbean roots, The pineapple and the mango, of course. This is ours. Mango is enjoyed by worldwide. A lot of Indians love mangoes.
Yeah, I love mangoes.
Spanish, Latin Americans love mangoes. Guava. You like guava?
Yes. Oh, I love guava.
You see how Haitian likes guava? Cubans like guava even more than us.
I never tasted the guava one.
Wow, it's not out yet. Still being tested.
Okay, let me know when it comes out.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I have sampled a lot of people that are waiting for that guava. So I'm gonna take my time to make sure it's right. Okay. So that when it comes out with no more modifications.
I'm waiting for the guava. Yeah. And when I went, I met you at that festival we went. It was in December, and then I was impressed by the lemon because I would never think a lemon. Yeah. But it tasted very good.
It is, yeah. There's some people love the lime. It makes a perfect flan. I have a kid or a friend of mine that does a flan with the lime every time.
Wow.
It's very nice. We did that when my grandma was turning 100 years old. We had a big party for her. And the flan was a valmas cremas based flan, which was the lime. Perfect. People loved it. So there's a lot more things you can do with cremas, not just drinking it. There's a lot of things. People cook with it. They put it on your coffee. Oh, actually, my coffee is going to have some right now. I have the almond.
Okay, I'll try that.
My coffee spiked in the morning.
Coffee spiked.
Yeah, because you drink coffee in the morning, put a little bit of that in there. Oh. So it serves as your sweetener and also give it a kick,
Interesting.
Yeah. So the coffee is already black and hot, sour it is. You put that as a sweetener, give it a little kick.
There you go.
You can beat that, and then you start your morning right. Not enough to get you drunk, but just right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hazelnut and the almond can make that perfect. So
Again, I know this is tax season, everybody, and I'm so sorry that I missed so many people calls. I cannot apologize enough. So, as an entrepreneur, what would you say? Can you share with us a few issues and obstacles that you had to overcome, like family, friends, like you remember the
oh
beginning?
yeah, the beginnings. Since I was doing it for friends and family, there was no issues.
Okay.
People loved it. They want the cremas. They call me, say, "Val, I'm gonna get my cremas." I say, yeah, I'll be waiting for you. No problem. 1, 2, 3. But as for the business part of it, people were always some people were saying, "No, I don't think it's gonna work because it's a street thing, and this and that." All the negative parts of it. I hear it. I understand your point of view, but I move on. Because my goal, there's a lot of street things out there. There's the market for every single thing. And it's not going to be too sweet either. The way I do it, because the way I balance it, it's not extra sweet. Some cremas are sweeter than others. So I take things out of it so it doesn't overwhelm. Because this market in the US, of course, is always conscious of sugar.
Yes.
So I have a light version also of this
Really?
that I make, yeah, which is not out yet. So,
So I like that. You have a lot of things in store.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Coming, so you're
rolling
evolving.
it after the order, yeah. Not everything at once. You can't have everything at once. So
Yes,
a little bit at a time,
You know
drip,
what they
drip.
say in French, ce qui ne grandit pas meurt. So
Exactement.
you always have to
You gotta expand it. Yep. You gotta
expand.
Yep. You gotta update and then make it better, change things on. This is not the end, this is just the beginning. As far as I'm concerned.
So based on your experience, what advice, I know you're very big in marketing. What advice would you have for young entrepreneurs like in our Asian market? Maybe they are caterers, they are cooks. What advice would you have for them so they can get themselves out there?
Patience. You're gonna hear a lot of no's. People are gonna say not interested. Don't let that bother you. Don't take it personal. Come back in 2 months. That day may have not been that day they want to buy, they want to see, they want to hear about things, they have a different mood, they have things going on in their lives. They might tell you no now. 2 months later, they might tell you yes. It's the greatest thing they ever seen. It's the same person telling you that. I've had that happen to me. Why didn't you have me taste this? No. That day wasn't all day, but it is now. So you can't give up on that. Every no is closer to a yes, as they say. There's a saying like that. Every no you take is because you're closer to a yes.
I heard that before.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
go to as many no's as you can.
Keep going. You gotta keep going.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a yes at the end of that. And then you're gonna refresh your man. I didn't think I was gonna make it, but that's like the bump you needed to get going more. 10 miles. Get on the bump again.
I would also say laser focus.
Oh yeah.
Like the way that you say, okay, you're gonna focus on your cremas,
Totally.
and then how can we make this cremas very different, you didn't say I'm going to do crema, slaba pain, a lot of people, they get
sidetracked, right?
Lost in that.
Yeah. I've always been asked, is that the only thing I do? Yes, that's the only thing I do. Is that the only thing I'll ever do? No, it's not. But I'm 150% focused on that now. When it grows enough, it takes care of itself. It's automatic. And it's where I want it to be. There's other things to be later. I don't even care to talk about them now because they're not in my mind right now. They're for later.
I agree.
Written down somewhere.
I agree.
I'll just look at the book and say, what's next at that time. So
let's go to our audience and our amazing team back there. Let's take a few questions. I had that question too. So Natasha Ellinger is asking what type of liquor is in cremas.
Well, cremas in general, they usually do it overproof rum. A lot of time people do it overproof rum. Barbecue, they use barbecue rum, regular brown rum. Some people use clear, sometimes, depends how much thing you want to have it. Mine is with vodka. And the reason why I made vodka, I've tested in every different realms of it. Cognac, whiskey, different type of whiskeys. I'm a whiskey drinker myself. And I know which whiskey I would put on it, which I've done it with it. It's very expensive. Wouldn't be marketable, so forget about it. So, but mine was with vodka for the one reason. Vodka is neutral. So therefore, it doesn't taste any more than anything else. So when you taste the coconut in mine, it's coconut cremas you're drinking.
Wow.
When you taste the almond, you're drinking the almond cremas. When you take the peach, you're drinking peach cremas. There's nothing fighting with it, with that other peach flavor that's driving there. And then not only that, with vodka, you can do a lot of different cocktails and martinis. It expands the product even more. Well, with rum, you already have rum as your base alcohol. You can have 2 different alcohols in a martini or cocktails, but you're going to have some of them fighting with each other. With vodka, you're not going to have it. So that's why I do that.
I agree.
Plus, it's a cleaner product. It's clear. That's why it's that color too, as you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love everything about
Yeah.
it. The color and everything. There, Natasha, you have your answer. We have Jennifer that is asking, is it in Tampa already? Valmas cremas.
It's available anywhere in the US. You can order it online on my website, www.valmaskemas.com. But we're in Florida. We are expanding on the Tampa, Orlando market after the first quarter. We're going to be concentrating. I'm going to be concentrating on setting up shop there, all the stores and liquors. But we do distribute everywhere in Florida.
Okay.
And then after that, we're going to go New York, Massachusetts, the Northeast area, and Texas, and so on. We're going to roll it out. We don't want to overextend ourselves and fall. We're going to do it gradually. As the market absorbs the product, we expand, basically.
So Natasha is asking, what about dulce de leche?
I definitely have a dulce de leche.
Yeah, you have a caramel.
Oh, yeah, I have dulce de leche.
Oh, you have there you go, Natasha.
yeah,
He has
definitely.
dulce de leche.
It's very good. Yeah, the dulce de leche is doucelette. I remember that. I love these things as a kid. So I definitely would have that. Anything that you would think that the fruits and things that we were used to in the Caribbean, is shared by Latin Americans and everywhere in this area. So that's why I go pick a lot of Caribbean, Latin American food to put in the cremas, because that's what they remember. Then they grab it.
Tell me which one is out of the ordinary, like the most uncommon for now. I know you have a lot coming up, but
I'd say, let me see. I've done pistachio. I have the pistachio. That's going to be out too. The one that's less known is tamarind and orange.
Okay.
I have the orange cremas. It's very good too. It's as good as the lime sometimes. But the tamarind, I haven't been pushing those yet. There'll be time for that.
Well, guys, I invite you to go to www.valmas.com, okay, and explore all the flavors. So are you the one lending those big deal, or you have a team, like you're in Total Wine, Western Festival? You're everywhere.
Well, I'm everywhere I can afford to be at this point, because it's always moving. I'm always moving. I set up all these accounts, and from there I have association with those stores which invite me to have me participate in different things that they're doing because they love the product. And not only that, we have a good relationship, and I let them know if there's something they need or they're doing that might include a cream, let me know. I'll be there. So that's the reason why we're always doing different things together.
I have a technical question because I recently learned, I didn't know, for example, if you want to be in the supermarket, is basically you're renting the space. How is it like in liquor store? Do they have to like you, or you all?
That should be one of the criteria, definitely. I'm sure that is. They have to like the money they can make on it.
Because, so this show is about learning something new, and I'm sure a lot of people never thought about how exactly do I get into the liquor store if I was selling a liquor.
Well, supermarkets slightly different than liquor. A lot of supermarkets will rent you the shelf, and then whatever you can put on the shelf that sells, fine. You rented that space. But some supermarkets don't do that. They just accept your product for a certain cost, and they're going to make a certain amount of profit on it. As long as it moves, they make the profit and get over it. But it all depends on the degree of greed that supermarket has. Some liquor stores want to do that too, but it's a little bit harder for them to do. They do it too because they want to maximize the space they have. They'll rent you a space on the window to put your poster sometimes. They'll rent you, they have everything for rent, everything for sale in that square space.
Everything's for rent.
So I haven't had the obstacle of renting from any liquor stores yet, because I tell them this data, this is what I have, this is what it sells, and I support my product, and I do tasting all the time. I've seen people do tasting for me too, if I can make it, because I have other people that work with me. So far, thank God, I haven't had to rent any space. I would rather not do that. Hopefully, as the product grows, it's more visible, it will be more available to more places, then less tendency to have you pay for anything like that.
Soon they're going to be renting us air.
I'm telling you. I know.
So can you talk about the industry in a whole?
Liquor industry is there's big players in there that controls pretty much most of it. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of Diageo. They have different names I pronounce it. That's one of the biggest players in the world for liquor. They control probably half or more than half of the liquors you see out there with the one company. And that's who represent, like, those companies here. And they have the big distributors like Southern Laser. I say more than half of the US is theirs. Any store, any liquor store you go, will have a Southern Laser product there. South Beach Full in One Festival. I'd love to be there. But I'm not there because I'm not a Southern Laser product.
So that's the only allowed.
Oh yeah, the only Southern Laser alcohol product would be serving there.
Oh, wow.
If you have a store that already has a product, that's one thing. You can do your own little thing in that store. Whereas for the festival itself, Southern Laser control.
Well, one day valmas cremas will be there.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're coming for them.
Yeah, definitely. But there's a lot of things involved in the liquor business. A lot of regulations that you have to adhere to. People say, why don't I sell in the supermarket? You can't sell alcohol, which is spirits, in the supermarket. Mm-hmm. You have to sell separately from a liquor store. The supermarket will take wine-based products.
Okay.
So you have wine. You're going to have some other cremas you can see, like Spanish crema fina and things like that. Those are wine-based.
Oh,
as you can see, the price is much lower too.
Okay.
On those. It's a different type of thing.
So would you say like you're more successful in the international market or Haiti?
Well, I'm not in Haiti yet or in international because there's other regulations that dictate that. For example, in Europe, there's no 750 milliliter. There's only 700 milliliters.
Oh.
In England, for example, it's a different bottle I would have to package. Different regulations. They have lot numbers.
So they want the bottle to be smaller?
Smaller, yeah. They go by different measure. You ask me why? That's how they do it. That's how they do it. And then they have a lot more restrictions on that. Okay. When it was made, exactly what this and that. They have a lot of different things. So I don't really, somebody would have to undertake that themselves to make it available there. Then, of course, I would provide them with the product. They can worry about the rest. I don't want to be worried about this thing right now. I want to cover Florida, New York. My domestic, U.S. market is good enough for me.
This is another good advice. A lot of people that go into business, they spread themselves too thin, too quick. Like you want to be everywhere, you know. Dominate where you are now, and then you radiate from that.
Exactly.
Yes, I believe in that.
You have to grow, and you have to hit the market. I mean, I'm gonna be in a conference, a big thing in April 1st. That time in Orlando. So all the wine and spirit distributors are going to be gathering there. I'm going to be in there too. So that's why I'm going to expose myself to other distributors around the U.S. where they're going to take it. Somebody wants to take it to California. You see, I'm going to produce that. They order 10 or 20 batches. Show me the PO. We'll make it happen. Then they can take it to different states. Then I don't have to worry about I'll still do the marketing and things, back up the product, but they'll undertake the actual product to distribute it themselves.
The audience is asking, are you taking application for testing? I don't understand. Everyone is asking that. What do they mean? Are you taking application for testing?
Well, there will be a prime directive on that. The rule number 1, you cannot get high on your own supply. That's Tony Montana that said that. So if you're having the test, you can't be testing yourself. So don't let that.
I guess, okay, so when is your next testing? Which area? So we'll tell them that at least.
Well, I do testing like 4 or 5 times a week, from Thursday until Sunday. Sometimes I do testings at different liquor stores. I'm always doing testing.
So give us the next one.
This one I have coming up here is in my calendar. Let me take a look.
Okay, be ready to write down.
Let me see which one that is. Because I have to keep them there because that I don't want to double. Sometimes I'm double and I have to send somebody else to do it. What away the Friday would be when I'm doing one Friday. I'm even doing Thursday, but Friday. On Friday at 5 p.m. I'll be in Fort Lauderdale at Super Duper Liquors, Fort Lauderdale, and by right after Oakland Park on the right hand side.
Super Duper
Liquors, yeah.
So Friday at 5 o'clock, Super Duper Liquor. If you want to taste some valmas cremas, there you go.
And Saturday I'll be at 101 Liquors in Fort Lauderdale also on Oakland Park, and that's where I'll be on Saturday from 6 to 5:30 to 8:30. 101 Liquors, 3435 West Oakland Park Boulevard. Those are 2 ones on Friday and Saturday. So I'll probably be at Total Wine ones earlier, and also on Thursday, which I haven't determine which one I want yet, but I'll be doing more than that.
They're asking more or less at the point that you're right now, how many bottles that you're selling a year?
We do monthly stats. Monthly, again, I'm in about 110 stores in the area. Selling about 200 cases a month.
Right.
That's the current rate right now. We hope to grow that next month. I'm waiting for ABC to get on board. ABC Liquors got about 166 stores themselves. So once they come on board, that will probably triple or quadruple the amount that I have to produce every month. And then that will
Which
be
is a good problem to have.
Oh yeah, it's a good thing. It's a problem, but it's a good one.
Like when you're going and then now you have to produce more.
A lot more, yeah.
So Valmas cremas is made here in the US and packaged here in Florida.
Yeah. I'm working on a lot of different things, but as they come, I will announce different things.
I like that it's a local product. I like that.
There's no better place than Florida. Look at the weather we have.
Guys, I want to remind you that you need to be sharing the live, like the live, if you want to get your electricity bill paid today, if you want to get a chance, and you need to ask a lot of questions. A lot of people have been asking, why I never win? Because you only ask a question. You need to ask multiple questions so you make sure you have different entry in the comments pool. So, all right, we are going to have our first winner for Valmas cremas. So I'm going to pick a number. Number 22 as for my birthday. So who is number 22? Ah, that's my cousin. Daphne, you win a Valmas cremas. So coconut or almond? You let me know. You have to, I know you did your taxes already, but you have to come and pick it up here at TAxfit, okay?
Congrats.
Congratulations. Now your turn to pick a winner for the cremas.
Okay, was that for the cremas or, let me see.
Yes, for the cremas.
That would be, let's see, 110. That's the number I would want to pick.
And why?
Yeah, that's the first one that came to my mind. I got about 110 places, so that's easy.
Oh, 110 places, I like that.
It's subconscious, you know, it works together, you know.
Jasmine Perez. Are you 21, Jasmine Perez? Team, back there? We need to know. I'm so sorry. You need to be 21 and you need to be able to pick up the bottle here at TAxfit. So share a funny story with us that happened within, you evolving, building Valmas cremas. Something that marked you that you can remember.
Wow. Let's see here. Well, it's the way sometimes I was just at the Western Food and Wine Festival just the other day. We're doing a tasting on last Sunday. Not the one I went, but the one before. We're doing a tasting. There's a lot of people in line. Everybody that comes in, they taste it. They waited to fall on the ground because there's a lot of Venezuelans there, a lot of Latin Americans there, and that's right the alley. They love this stuff. And they have ponche crema, which they say don't even compare. That's what they tell me. And there's a young lady next to me that was doing tasting of whiskey. So she's doing tasting. She doesn't drink cream because she had a bad thing with Kahlua and cream, and then the other one. So she doesn't, cream kind of turn her off. But I said, okay, I'm not gonna force you, but whenever you're ready to test it, let me know, because I can push you. If you don't like it, you don't like cream. Can't help you with that. So she kept seeing the same reactions the people do. A lot of women, guys, older guys, 21 or up, of course. Everybody's having the same reaction. Rico, this is crazy. Their eyes bulge out of their heads. That's the same reaction they still. So she started thinking, what the hell's going on here? Maybe something's going on. And then she goes to me, I said, well, look, just take it yourself. She's right next to me doing the tasting of my whiskey. I'm a whiskey guy and I love whiskey. So she kept looking after an hour or so. So, okay, what is in this thing? Why are people reacting the same exact way every time? It's over, 150 people went by, the same reaction. They didn't learn from each other. They just reacted the way they felt. So she said, yeah, I want to taste this. Sure you want this thing? This isn't, you told me you didn't like cream. So I'm playing hard to get now. So I give her a little something. And her eyes bulged out. So, well, you were comparing me with some other products that are, as far as I'm concerned, not even comparable. But that's why I let you be. I figure you'll come to me on your own. And then she went, why didn't you have me taste this earlier? What the hell's wrong with you? I said, well, you told me you didn't like cream. I can force it upon you. Of course, I had to put some more for her. So that was just fun because and that I like doing that. A lot of people tell me they don't like cream. So yeah, give it a shot. It's not gonna kill you. And the eyes popped out. Well, you didn't like cream, right? And they end up leaving with a bottle. Oh. That happens in every tasting that I do. Because a lot of people don't like milky stuff. Sometimes the system don't allow it.
Yeah.
Which I understand. Don't force yourself. My system doesn't allow too much milk cream either. But if I drink a little bit of it, it doesn't bother me. And people I put on ice cream all the time. And my waffles, I dose it with it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's good to have. Yeah.
But that comes to say, do not judge a book by its cover. And a lot of people tend to do that in life. Amazing story.
Yeah. That was funny.
How many people it takes to come up with right taste? What?
With the tasting, I guess I did tasting for years before I would come out with the products. I had people analyze the texture, the liquidity of it, the way, the smell, the percentage of alcohol I've had to go up. The percentage of alcohol right now is 17%. I came up from about 13 to 17, which is the perfect, ideal percentage for cream.
Okay.
Cream has its ideal percentage. 17 is the ideal way. But I used to be about 13.5. I gradually went up because women like it up to not to be overpowering, not too hot in their mouth, because they don't want it to be too much alcohol. Guys like it a little bit more powerful. So the happy medium is perfectly 17. So that's why I came out, and I don't have any complaints from the guys, and I haven't had any complaints from the women. They usually like it. Oh, it's there. So I think I was the right balance.
I like the way that it doesn't become hard.
Yeah. It's drink. Why would you want it to have? People
because like
traditionally they tend to be a bit thicker.
Yes, exactly. I remember I have a souvenir of my enfance. Mm-hmm. Someone was pouring the cremas. It was almost like
fighting with it.
Yes, yeah. I know.
What is that?
I didn't like that at all.
People ask me sometimes, purists ask me, why isn't it thicker?
Yeah.
Are you drinking or are you eating? Which one are you doing?
Exactly.
I mean, if you want it thicker, it's very easy to get it that particular a little bit thicker. Put it in the fridge. It thickens up. It's exactly how you would like it if you put it in the fridge. You're going to have something sitting on a shelf for a while. What do you think is going to happen after it gets so thick? It's going to be hard to get out. It's going to be discouraging people from buying the product. So,
no, I like that. Your product is just perfect.
But put it in the fridge anytime, you'll see it thicken up. You'll say, okay, it's exactly how I like it. So you can gradually you can put it on a shelf. It will stay on your shelf for a year and a half, no problem. In the fridge, 3 years or more, doesn't matter. It's not gonna last that long. It usually lasts a week.
Yeah.
But
Gael Celestin is asking, would you do one for diabetic people?
Well, that would be kind of hard. Diabetic sugar, you have to be able to control that. So I've had people with the diabetic taste the cremas, they like it. They just have to control the amount that they take, because sometimes if you're diabetic, we still have to have something sweet. So control that part, you'll be fine. I cannot promote it for diabetics, but if you can control your intakes of anything, you can live with it,
But besides that, you can put it on anything, on cake.
Yeah, cake, waffle, pancake, any pastries you can put on there. People, as you know, cremas is drank with pan, with bread. Or people love. I have a nice warm Haitian bread that came from the oven, and cremas. That's the best thing they could have.
Oh my God, I never had that.
Oh, sink your teeth in that bread, nice and soft. A little bit of cremas, done. Oh, you said.
Okay, so guys, did you share the live? Because we almost at that time where we were going to pick the winner for the electricity bill. We have 2 more bottles of cremas to go though. So Valerie, before we go to that, what do you do for charity? Because we're big on charity here. How do you give back to the community?
Well, I do a lot of sponsor a lot of different events all the time. The ones that I think that have a good, charitable
Yes.
base. For example, every year I do the Fun Cause, which is done in LA with all the different stars that raise money for Fun Cause, which is a microfinancing, the biggest microfinancing thing in Haiti. They sponsor, they lend money to women to build up their own business. Microfinancing, they do biggest in India and everywhere in Africa. They're doing it also in Haiti. And then they would probably give a lady about maybe $200 to start a business to provide for their family.
In Haiti?
In Haiti. They do that in Haiti all the time, the microfinancing. So which brings the person out of misery and have a business to provide for their family. And then that way they can go and grow, and the kids can go to school and things, they can afford things. They can see it growing. They've been doing that for a while. I do that charity every year. I sponsor that every year in LA. I send about 400 bottles over there. And big bottles, they do silent auctions. I do different events here in Florida all the time. I cannot name them how many events I've done for charities. I'm not putting a number, but I have a lot of them that I've done for charity. I just did something in New Orleans last week for the revival of New Orleans. I don't even live in New Orleans. I'm not in the market yet. But it was a good cause.
Yes.
So I did it.
Yes.
I've done things in Boston. I've done things with funny stuff with JC Wu, with Sister Talk in Boston.
Oh, yeah, you were
Sister Talk, yeah.
Okay.
I was there in Boston. I was Sister Talk here in Miami too, which was fun. She's funny as hell, as you know.
Yeah, she took over the social media pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm doing Belle Femme Inc. coming up in March 23rd with Niska, the one that promotes women and stuff.
Yes.
So I'm doing the thing with...
it's going to be here in Miami?
In Miami at the Little Haiti Complex.
Oh.
But they're going to have to pay for that. You have to get an event.
Yes.
So I'm sponsoring that. I do their show. I do sponsor their show all the time. Every week, they have the good show. They promote women, entrepreneurs and things like that. Actually, I'll be on the show in a couple of weeks from now.
I'm always for things that promote women because we are so powerful, but
definitely.
A lot of us don't know that.
You're the family. You're basically the backbone of every family.
Exactly.
That's why my Fun Cause concentrate a lot on the women, because really the women are the one that brings up everything. The ideas and everything else that makes things work is the women. That's my grandma is the matriarch of my family. She's still there, 103. Everybody gravitated towards her and asked her ideas and her opinion about things.
That's nice to have a patriarch like that in the family.
Yeah.
Well, and she just had a birthday.
103 years old.
Happy birthday again to your grandma.
Thank you. Keeps on drinking cremas too.
She's drinking cremas?
Of course she does.
Till now?
Of course. Why not? Yeah.
Oh my God.
She had some coffee cremas I had for her the other day.
Wow.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to pick the last two winners of Valmas cremas. So I'll let you go first.
Let's see here.
You need to be 21.
21. Did Jasmine answer the question earlier? Was she 21?
Jasmine Perez?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you answer Jasmine Perez?
I'm thinking of a number here. Let's see. 117. I like the ones.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And the hundreds.
Yeah, definitely.
117 is Natasha.
Natasha, there you go. You're asking how you can taste these cremas. There you go.
She's
very lucky.
Luck is in her, Lady Luck is on her side.
And then we have one last bottle, right? And 200. Do we have 200 comments?
Of course.
Okay.
Malena, you work.
No, she's not 17. Is she? So. I mean, are you 21? Her mom is right here. Is she 21? But I'm sure your mama will drink it for you. As a matter of fact, it's funny because she said when we came here she wants a bottle. So there you go. She got a bottle. Well, guys, we're coming at the end of the show. I want to remind everyone, this is tax season. Here at TAxfit, we give you a free quote. So you have nothing to lose to see what can I do for you. What we do here is basically giving you knowledge. So we explain your taxes to you, and you live here. Even if you decide to not do it, you live here with a good understanding of exactly how to set yourself up to have the maximum legal refund. So we were very happy to have you here at the table, and the coffee tastes delicious, by the way, with the cremas.
Thank you. I'm glad you
We
enjoyed
are
it.
about to pick the FPL winner. I don't want to say FPL because you can be
Electricity?
anywhere.
Yeah, okay.
In the United States. I wish one time that we'll be able to pay the electricity in Haiti.
I know. Aren't they working on that? Trying to get 24 hours?
Yeah,
That's what I heard. They're working towards that, but what's going on now? Who knows?
that would be great.
That could be kind of tight.
So the winner is what number you have in mind?
For electricity, I'm gonna go on a limb. 95.
And who get the electricity bill paid today by TAxfit?
That's Malena Eureka.
This family today is lucky. They
Yeah.
got cremas plus cooler. Anyway,
What else?
guys, any last word for them, Valerie?
Well, I hope you guys enjoy the show and that share a little bit of knowledge, and I learn from you, of course, from the business that you're in here, the good job, the great job that you do here with the community, and the platform that you allow for young entrepreneurs and other people of business to reach the people in the nation. I thank you very much for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just remind the people that all around Florida, Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach, they have different liquor stores that have valmas cremas there. They can go ask for it. Any total wine, they should have it. If they don't, let me know, please. My number is always on there, 954-410-3852. And I'm going to ask them why they don't have it.
valmascremas.com.
Yep.
Especially your Asian, support, taste it, and we need to support each other.
Well,
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being with us today.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I appreciate
Bye.
it. Thanks. Bye.